Today was the first time that I have heard the percentage of over 60% of our funds are spent on personnel. And just like someone else said, and I'm sorry, I'm not sure who it was, from my experience in the industry, in any industry, working with a $35 million company as a district manager, when our personnel costs were above 24%, we faced major personnel cuts. So somebody said between 20 and 30%. So I don't know anything about our financials other than that's been thrown out, but I have serious concerns with that number above 60%. And I feel like we really need to have that looked at, in addition to other cost cutting avenues and revenue raising avenues that, many people have voiced that they're willing to participate in revenue building activities. My other question, and this is not a direct attack, this is a liability question. I am a realtor in the High Country. I do have 2 listings currently at Sugartop, and our HOA president has published to the public a video and a written statement stating, quote, there will be a substantial assessment. So my question, since we do our own sales out of Sugartop, is do we have noted in every single listing that we have active and under contract, have we disclosed the fact that there is going to be an assessment? Because if we have not, it is a liability, and Sugartop Resort Sales has the opportunity to be sued by future buyers for that not being disclosed. It is disclosed on both of my listings.
That's a standard on the North Carolina seller's disclosure form. That would be up to the seller and the seller's agent, not the board.
Correct. That's why my question is to Arrington. Is that disclosed on all of our active listings? Because if it's not, it is a liability and Sugartop can be sued.
When I talked to the real estate commission last week, they said until the project has been approved and there's a dollar amount, there's nothing that we can really, post. However, when I show a unit, I tell them we're a 38-year-old building. We have a capital asset schedule. We have, projects that aren't on there that need to be on there. And it's an HOA, so.
It is out in the world, and I did not call the real estate commission, but I did discuss with my broker in charge. And as an ethical issue, ethically as a real estate agent, we are aware of the potential for an assessment, and we need to be disclosing that in order to avoid being sued. So per my broker in charge, and again, I'm not in your brokerage, but per my broker in charge, it does need to be disclosed. And I'll be happy to call the realtor commission myself next week, because obviously it's affecting sales. My one unit is under contract. The other one just went live 2 days ago. So, it will eventually affect sales when we all diligently disclose this information. I do think it was extremely premature to put that out there into the world when we don't have any idea what it's going to be. We don't know if we can get a loan for it all. We don't know if we can do it in stages, but it was, again, prematurely put out there in the public. So we have an ethical obligation and a legal obligation to disclose that information to potential buyers and buyers' agents.
Part of that money was cosmetic. It's not really an issue, cosmetic.
It's a proposed assessment. The HOA president said, quote, there will be a substantial assessment. Putting that out in the public means that as a realtor in North Carolina, we ethically have the duty to disclose whether our sellers want to or not. We can face an ethics complaint if we don't disclose it on a listing. It's just a concern for me. I'm always concerned about liability. We live in a litigious society. I would hate to see Sugartop sued by a future buyer because this information was not properly disclosed.
All right, thank you.
Next up is John D'Orazio.